right, we are back here at the News 10 Plus digital desk because there's severe thunderstorms moving into mid-Michigan, Colton.
Yeah, we actually have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued for Clinton County. Now, this is as that line of showers and storms that we are tracking throughout the day is now moving into mid-Michigan. And what's really unique about what we can do here at News 10 is that Andy Provenzano is actually getting ready to cut in on our air on Channel 10 so you can get us there, but we're also live right now on News 10 Plus, giving you updates to the severe weather that is now beginning to move into mid-Michigan. So let's show you pinpoint Doppler radar because we've been tracking this line of showers and thunderstorms as it developed within the last couple of hours and now beginning to move into mid-Michigan. What I'm going to do is actually pause this and give us an update with what we're seeing. Put it right there. Let me see if I can zoom in. I can zoom in. Hang on. Let's get the update for the severe thunderstorm warning that we currently have in place. This is for Clinton County. This is until 2:15 p.m. Now, what we've been seeing with these, a lot of the reports that we've seen with this line of thunderstorms that has been making its way into the picture has been damaging wind gusts. Now, we were talking about wind gusts as well as hail being the primary threats, and so far a lot of this has been producing some gusty winds. There have been some minor damage reports that have happened off to our north and west, so that's why the severe thunderstorm warning has been issued. Now, it does include the entire county of Clinton County, so this does include anywhere from DeWitt to St. John's, so it is all of the county. Now, we also saw a warning issued for Ionia County within the last couple of minutes as well. That severe thunderstorm warning actually includes parts of Kent County, which is the county that holds Grand Rapids. That is in effect also until 2:15, so we have two severe thunderstorm warnings that are now in effect for parts of mid-Michigan. Gratiot County is also included under that severe thunderstorm warning, so that's a bit further to the north. So that's places like Alma and St. John's, not St. John's, I'm sorry, St. Louis, under that severe thunderstorm warning off to our north. So let me loop this for you. As this line of showers and storms is making its way into the area. A lot of this so far has been in northern parts of mid-Michigan, but we also have storms now beginning to fire up further down to the south and west, so that you can see some storms beginning to fire up in western parts of Eaton County within the last couple of minutes. So next couple of hours, this is really when we're going to be keeping a close eye on a lot of these thunderstorms moving in. So we said anywhere between 1 to 6 p.m., and that's exactly what we're seeing with some of these showers and thunderstorms as a cold front moves in. So we will see some more of this develop, but I will tell you that once this moves on out, we actually should be fairly quiet. So probably by the time we get towards the evening hours, all of this is out of here and we'll actually quiet things down across mid-Michigan. But we still do have that severe thunderstorm watch that was issued a couple of minutes ago. Do want to remind you, too, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask that in the chat. We will get to those as we go. Someone just asked, how is it looking for the Hillsdale area? And one of the things I wanted to point out about Hillsdale is that it's currently not under a severe thunderstorm watch. However, all of us here in mid-Michigan, including our friends in Hillsdale, have the opportunity of seeing some severe weather today. So a lot of it right now, I will say, is north of there. However, there will likely be some more storms that develop pretty much across all of mid-Michigan and bring us that opportunity at seeing some severe weather throughout the day.
We are also hearing from Colleen. How about Jackson?
Same thing in Jackson. So a lot of the storms currently are northern parts of mid-Michigan. However, Jackson, Hillsdale, there will be more storms that develop. So even you need to be keeping an eye out on seeing some of this severe weather. We're really all under this risk at seeing some strong to severe thunderstorms out there today. And I can show you this with our...
Any risk of tornadoes?
There is a small risk, yes. Okay. It's very low. That's not the primary concern here. Damaging winds and large hail, but anytime you get any of these strong thunderstorms, you can get a quick spin up of a tornado. We haven't seen anything like that yet, and the overall risk of that is pretty low. But we'll, of course, continue to monitor, and if we do see that, we will keep you updated here. So I want to show you the hour-by-hour forecast. So over the next couple hours, again, we will likely see a few more showers and thunderstorms develop, so even areas in southern parts of mid-Michigan will see this, and then all of it will begin to move on out by the time we get towards the evening hours. And I would say, honestly, dinner time thereafter, a lot of this is done. And
looks like it's clearing out
yeah,
at that point.
And then once it's done, we should be okay from that. From there on out with some of these thunderstorms that we've been seeing across the area. So we've been continuing to track these showers and thunderstorms that have been making their way through mid-Michigan, and that's why we wanted to jump on here to News 10 Plus because we've been seeing some of these thunderstorms make their way through the area.
And Colton, even during News 10 today at 11, after the show, we do some cut-ins too to inform all the viewers of any more updates happening from our stories. And, you actually were making sure that you were getting all these updates, and you said, hey, we have a watch we need to hop on right now. So that was a great call on your part, making sure that we can get all of this information, provide this first alert weather update to all of our viewers. And you were also pulling up something right now.
Yeah, so this is going to be a behind-the-scenes thing for us here. We can't show this on air, but this is just a thing for me to see if there's been any storm reports or anything like that that have been coming in with any of the thunderstorms that have been making their way through. So far, not the case. We have seen some wind gusts of around 35 miles per hour towards Grand Rapids, but that is the latest update that we have from the National Weather Service. So I kind of want to go through this again because right now, I don't know if Andy is currently on air, but he has been doing some cut-ins as well. So we have you covered. If you're going to be watching us on Channel 10, if you're going to be watching us here on our streaming platforms, we will have you updated as these thunderstorms make their way into mid-Michigan. I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer here and show you some of these stronger thunderstorms.
A lot of lightning bolts.
A lot of lightning with this as well. That's a good point. The lightning is very dangerous. I will get to that new severe thunderstorm warning that just popped up here within the last couple of minutes. But remember, we have the severe thunderstorm warning for Clinton County until 2:15. We now have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning, which also includes parts of Shiawassee and Saginaw counties. Sorry about all the noises in the background. If you can hear any of that, things are going off.
It's because of the first alert weather day.
I don't know if someone... It's okay. Okay, we have severe thunderstorm warning now in effect for Saginaw and Shiawassee counties. This is until 3 o'clock, which was just issued. So the National Weather Service office in Detroit, which covers those counties, has gone ahead and issued severe thunderstorm warning. So if you're watching us from Wasso, you are now included in this severe thunderstorm warning. For some strong gusty winds, as well as some very heavy rainfall, lots of lightning with this as well. We've been seeing the reports of some hail. There's been some pea-sized hail reported in some of these thunderstorms, but it has been a lot of heavy rain with this as well. And that was one of our concerns too, is that, we've seen a lot of rain as of late, especially last week. So we've been seeing these showers and thunderstorms make their way through the area as we've been seeing these severe thunderstorms move in. So let me see if I can get the update here from Detroit. Yep. So one of the other things too, let me see, for the warning that was issued for Shiawassee County, the Detroit office actually, so they can, hang on, let me,
There's a lot going on.
Yes. So if there is any sort of rotation in these thunderstorms, the rotation may not be strong enough for them to go ahead and issue a tornado warning, but they can actually include a line in severe thunderstorm warnings where it says a tornado is possible with this. You don't see it all that often. It depends on the type of the storm, but the National Weather Service office in Detroit, with the severe thunderstorm warning that was issued for Shiawassee County, they do have that tornado possible tag on it. So there is a little bit of some rotation that's been in the storm, but again, it has been not enough for a tornado warning. So there's some rotation, but it's not entirely strong. So that's something we'll be keeping an eye on. But again, we just got that brand new severe thunderstorm warning right here on the News 10 Plus desk here that has been issued for northern parts of Shiawassee County and southern Saginaw County. Again, that's kind of getting a little bit out of our area, but we did see that severe thunderstorm warning issue within the last couple of minutes. I'll take you to the south because we've had quite a few questions about what's going to happen southern parts of mid-Michigan. Not much is happening currently, but we do have those showers and storms beginning to move in to parts of Eaton County, getting closer to Grand Ledge. So we are going to be seeing some more thunderstorms develop, and we'll take you a little bit further to the south. We're generally quiet so far, but there will be some more thunderstorms that we'll have to keep an eye out for over the next couple of minutes, or a couple of hours, I should say, as we are tracking this line of storms that's developing across the area. So again, a lot of the action that's been happening over the last couple of hours has been in northern parts of mid-Michigan. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect for Ionia and Clinton counties that has since extended into northern parts of Shiawassee County and Saginaw counties off to our north and west, I believe, or north and east, I should say. I believe we did have a question about Saginaw. There are some storms up that way, so watch out for that as well. But bottom line here, if you're in the lower peninsula, especially in the lower half of the lower peninsula from the Thumb all the way down to the state line, we have a risk at seeing some strong to severe thunderstorms. So keep an eye out and make sure that you're staying weather aware. And the great tools that we have here at News 10 to keep you updated also include the
The
first
First
10.
Alert Weather app.
Yeah, the News 10 First Alert Weather app. Because we can also put updates in there. You can get watch and warning information in that, and we just posted an update not too long ago in the app. So we have you covered on air. We have you covered on the CTV or
News 10 Plus
News 10
Digital
Plus.
Desk.
I'm
You got
sorry.
it's a mouthful.
And then of course on our apps as well. So we have you covered here as we are seeing the severe weather make its way into mid-Michigan. Let's go back to the radar if we can, because what we're seeing lately here with the latest scans from our radar is we're seeing a lot more development back to the south. So while a lot of this has been happening in northern parts of mid-Michigan, we're starting to see some more cells begin to pop up into parts of Eaton County. So we are going to be seeing more of these thunderstorms probably over the next couple of hours develop here across the area. So far, those don't have any warnings or anything like that on them, but the atmosphere is definitely in a way that we could see some severe weather today across the region. So that's why it's important to make sure that you're staying weather aware, have ways to receive watch and warning information throughout the rest of the afternoon. Probably not going to be until 5, 6 o'clock or so that a lot of this is out of here.
Clearing out, yep.
Yeah, and we'll see some more quiet weather. So we've been seeing these storms move on in, and multiple severe thunderstorm warnings. We'll kind of go through the warnings one more time here because we have multiple that are in effect. This is the warning for Shiawassee and southern Saginaw County. That's in effect until 3 o'clock this afternoon. We'll get the information on the one that's in effect for Clinton County. That one is until 2:15. That one is for... let me see if I can get the information on that warning. There it is. For 60-mile-per-hour wind gust and some hail as well. So that's why the warning is in effect for Clinton County. Let me kind of drag that out of the way so it's not blocking all of Clinton County. So if you do live in a place like DeWitt, you live in a place like St. John's or anywhere in between, know that there is a severe thunderstorm warning. Especially, let me zoom in actually, now that I'm looking at the storm. Oh, hang on.
Wow.
So yeah, we can really see that the strongest part of this thunderstorm is now in northern parts of Clinton County, right along M21, moving into St. John's, where we do have this strong thunderstorm now moving in with a severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect for Clinton County. But I'll take you a little bit further to the south, getting towards DeWitt, the north side of Lansing. We also see that cell that's right along I-96, eventually crossing over I-69 there, closer to DeWitt. So we have this intense thunderstorm moving into Clinton County right now. Some very strong gusty winds, heavy rainfall, a tremendous amount of lightning also coming down with this thunderstorm as it is making its way through northern parts of I almost said Isabella County, of Clinton County. So this is heads up to places like Ovid once you get a little bit further to the east along M21, and then eventually Owasso. This is where this storm is heading with this intense line of showers and thunderstorms that have been developing. But again, every single time we get a brand new scan here, we're getting more development off to the south. So if you do live in a place like Jackson or Hillsdale, or even, southern parts of Eaton County or southern parts of Ingham County, we do have these thunderstorms that will be developing over the next little bit here with some of these showers and thunderstorms. In fact, if we want to show that MSU Skycam.
Yeah, let's show that right now.
This is a live look from our MSU Skycam, and you can see that we are seeing some darker clouds move on in here, even into the Lansing area, as these showers and thunderstorms have been making their way into mid-Michigan. But again, we only have the severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect for Shiawassee County, as well as Clinton and Ionia counties is where we have the current severe thunderstorm warnings.
Yeah, and what I want to mention, Colton, as well, is about 5 minutes ago, you gave the update. We came out for a bit, and 30 seconds later, you went, oh, we're already seeing some more changes to the forecast. That's why it's so crucial on days like a First Alert Weather Day to continuously check back into our later newscast for all of the updates from our meteorologists. You can always do the live chats and replies. You can go on to WILX.com. Go to our homepage, look up First Alert Weather. You can find an in-depth description of the weather. On top of, I had this open during this whole thing as Colton was talking. Severe thunderstorms, you have the alert at the top, and again, you continuously can check through the forecast, the radar, hour-by-hour temperatures. Our meteorologists make sure that they're continuously updating that to fit the First Alert forecast.
Yeah, and we have so many tools, and we've been talking about this all day. the many ways that you can get severe weather information, whether it's on air, whether it's on our streaming services like this, whether it's on our News 10 First Alert weather app, just many, many different ways that we can get you information when severe thunderstorms are moving into mid-Michigan. So we have you covered. It is all part of what we do here at News 10, giving you that first alert that we have these thunderstorms making their way in. So that's why it's so useful to have this in times like this, because we do have severe weather moving in currently into parts of mid-Michigan. We're starting to see some more thunderstorms develop into the Lansing area too, on pinpoint Doppler radar. Again, it's just been kind of flourishing here over the last couple of hours with these thunderstorms. This is exactly what we thought was going to happen. We were going to see this line of showers and storms move on in. So far, the worst of the warnings have been in northern parts of mid-Michigan, and worst of the storms, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see some more as we move over the next couple of hours here. So what we'll probably do here is take a second to kind of catch our breath, get some new information for you, and we'll jump back on here throughout the rest of the afternoon and give you updates as we are seeing the severe thunderstorm warnings make their way, or severe thunderstorms make their way into mid-Michigan. So we'll keep you updated here. Make sure you download the News 10 First with our weather app. You'll get notifications there as well. But for now, we'll probably send you on your way, and then we'll update you again coming up shortly.
I was going to say, typically we have our News 10 Plus Digital Dust Show around 2 o'clock. That's in 5 minutes from now. So if you don't hear in the next 5 minutes, I'm sure we'll pop back up soon within the hour, giving you another First Alert forecast update. Until then, we have Studio 10 coming up at 3, and then we have First at 4 in the 90 minutes of news. But yes, download the First Alert weather app one more time. There it is, free off of Google Play and the Apple App Store. You can always go back to our live streams, rewatch it back, or tune in to the upcoming forecast, because again, our meteorologists really make sure they're doing a great job continuously updating on any of the changes. So again, the WILX weather app, First Alert weather app, you can type in either and you can find it for free off of Google Play and the Apple App Store. Again, if I show you Colton's pinpoint Doppler radar, you're seeing all of those storms move in this afternoon. So we will continuously keep you updated. Make sure you are also being prepared by staying up to date with us.
Yeah, one of the things I wanted to point out here right now, while we're still on here, is that it looks like right now, looking at the radar, where the strongest part of this thunderstorm is, it's actually going to be moving into southern parts of Saginaw County once you get closer to Chesaning. So that's something to keep in mind. But still, our area, our viewing area, Clinton County, is under that severe thunderstorm warning until 2:15. We also have that severe thunderstorm warning for northern parts of Shiawassee County. That does include Owasso. That's in effect until 3 p.m. as these showers and thunderstorms move on in. But we're starting to see some better thunderstorms develop, or at least stronger storms develop off to the west. That's happened within the last probably 20 minutes or so, or not even 20 minutes, that we've seen some of those storms move in. So we'll likely see some heavier downpours make their way into the Lansing metro area within the next probably hour or probably half hour or so, as these storms have been moving generally to the east at about 45 miles per hour with these thunderstorms making their way in. We'll take you a little bit further to the south towards Battle Creek. Moving into southwestern parts of Eaton County, we're going to see this shower and thunderstorms toward Bellevue, eventually towards I-69, make its way into the picture. In Charlotte, also going to see this as well. No warning for Ingham County at this point, but we are seeing more of these showers and thunderstorms move on in to mid-Michigan. So again, we have multiple severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect right now for mid-Michigan, including Clinton County, Ionia County, under those severe thunderstorm warnings. We have not gotten any other updates, but what we'll do is, if we do see anything else pop up here, we'll jump right back on here and give you updates. But again, we're starting to see some of these thunderstorms move on into the Lansing area within the next probably half hour or so. So Delta Township is about to see some of this. It looks like they just continued the severe thunderstorm watch as well. So we are under a severe thunderstorm watch that's until 8 p.m. Now, that does include most of mid-Michigan. It does not include Branch or Hillsdale counties. However, I would not be surprised if there is an additional watch issued at some point.
And you said Delta Township is about to get some things? All right, let's take a look at that. Here's a live look at Delta Township.
Yeah, this is our Farm Bureau insurance cam, which is in Delta Township right along Saginaw Highway. Look at the winds already. The trees blowing around pretty good, and the camera's shaking. So we're starting to see this strong thunderstorm move on into Delta Township. Again, I want to reiterate that we do not have any warnings for Eaton County or Ingham County at this time. However, we are seeing a pretty strong thunderstorm move on in. We should probably stay on here in case we do get a warning with this line of storm. So I'm telling that to Taylor right now. So we'll stay on
Oh, at
this for a
this
few more
moment.
minutes,
Okay, yeah, we'll
just in
stay
case we
put.
do get a warning issued. So
And Colton's been, he has been in here. We have Darren coming in, Andy's here. You know, I'm sure Justin's also tracking it as well.
yeah.
So we have a packed first alert weather team. And Colton, after the 11, he goes, you know, hey, make sure you're keeping aware of any watches that we get in, any warnings. And so he's continuously making sure we're
Yeah.
getting all that information to all of you. And we've had viewers write into our live chat during our live stream. And so a few questions about the Hillsdale area, Jackson area. We have people saying hi from East Lansing. We're also showing a look outside Michigan State or at Michigan State through our Skycam, and looking all right over there as of now. Again, I will show you Delta Township. It's getting a little windy, and you're kind of seeing the camera shake there a little bit. So again, off of the highway here, that is a look into Delta Township. Colton was talking about some of those storms being moved into the area. But yes, just something to continuously keep tracking, because the forecast keeps changing as well, which is why I'm going to show you again the First Alert weather app, because such a great tool to have. Again, you can track traffic alerts, you can have hour by hour updates, you can see satellite and radar, you can see everything that our meteorologists are using as their tools to be able to provide you the weather. So if you can have the same resources they have, that's such a great thing it helps you understand what's going on. And again, you can continuously stay up to date with it if there are any changes. I know some people always go, you know, what the heck, you didn't say this? And it's because the weather continuously changes. Mother Nature doesn't even know her own plans. So
Yeah.
that's why you want the First Alert weather app, to continuously know what's happening in and around our area. If you have people more on the east side of our state too, check in with them. If you have family or friends out in the area, again, they're going to be a little bit more severely impacted from those storms. And on the pinpoint Doppler radar, you are seeing all of that green, yellow, red, orange moving through, on top of all the lightning bolts.
Yeah, and one thing I wanted to point out too, and this is kind of getting a little bit more into the weeds of what happens behind the scenes when it comes to warnings that are issued. But there is also different levels of severe thunderstorm warnings that can be issued, and we actually see a considerable, that's what I call a considerable severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued for northern parts of Shiawassee County and southern Saginaw County. Now, this is because the National Weather Service is forecasting wind gusts of up to 70 miles per hour. So sometimes with these other types of severe thunderstorm warnings, that can actually trigger the EAS alert system to go off on your phone. So this is a change that happened within the Weather Service over the last couple of years, the National Weather Service over the last couple of years. So this is actually not too often do we see severe thunderstorm warnings issued like that in our part of the state. So that is for northern parts of Shiawassee County and southern parts of Saginaw County. So if you live in Owasso, you want to make sure that you're getting inside, get away from windows, get into your part of the house, because the storm is capable of producing wind gusts of up to 70 miles per hour.
Wow.
That is very strong winds. That'll certainly cause some damage if we do see that. Based on what I've been seeing with radar, it looks like the most likely area for that to happen appears to be right in southern parts of Saginaw County and into northern parts of Shiawassee County, right towards Chesaning. So that's something we'll be keeping an eye on. Again, that's getting a little bit out of our area.
Yeah, well, just again, also make sure if you are outside driving around, if you're filling up gas, do not try to seek shelter under one of the gas station's awnings, because with such strong wind gusts, like 70 miles per hour, that could easily topple over. Last week when we had some of those rainstorms, we did see that a marathon canopy or awning did fall over, and so luckily there were no injuries reported. We want to keep it that way, so go seek stable shelter.
Yeah, and we still have this entire line of showers and storms. One thing that we're seeing also, especially for Clinton County, is that there's actually another batch of storms that are back to the west in Ionia County. So that's going to move in. So heavy rainfall continues to be a threat here, in addition to the gusty winds, in addition to the large hail that is possible with these thunderstorms as they make their way through mid-Michigan. And again, this has been a changing day. We saw these storms were likely right in this time frame, and that's exactly what we are seeing here. So what we'll likely do here, we'll continue to watch this for you.
Yes.
Maybe jump off for a little while. It doesn't look like we have a warning yet for anywhere else in mid-Michigan, but as soon as we do, we'll jump right back on and give you more updates. But we're going to gather some new details and kind of work through what we want to do here. But of course, we have many resources. Stay with News 10 on air, online, and on the First Alert Weather app, and we'll keep you updated with what's going to be happening throughout the rest of our afternoon.
Yeah, again, free off of Google Play and the Apple App Store. Download the First Alert Weather app. And Colton, thank you so much for providing that update. Until we check back in next, make sure you're all staying safe and keep checking the First Alert Weather app.